Good morning, people. I see you guys already got started in the Discord this morning. I haven't really I haven't kept up in it. Partly just getting ready for the morning, and I also try to not be influenced by other people's market analysis. I need to come in and try to figure that stuff out on my own. I don't even try not to even check like ICT. Sometimes he posts his analysis in the mornings, but that's messed me up before. As far as news, what's up, Ben? We got our Europeans in the house. Looks like we've had some news. I guess that's why we're doing this. And then consumer sentiment at 10. I believe that's like that's a decent news driver. But I don't remember. We'll just be careful around that time. So yesterday, Prada, what's going on? I know some of you guys saw I was able to catch part of this move. Tyler Smith caught the whole move. I was not strong enough to hold that whole thing because I was on my mainly because I was on my AMP account and I already took that loss earlier. And as this was coming down, I was foolishly watching my open PNL or my unrealized PNL or whatever for the account for the day, and seeing it go from minus 640, and then when we started to where was that at? I think in this area started consolidating, and I'm like, god damn it, I want the sell side. But I went from minus 640 to like minus 180, and when I saw that we were at minus 180 on the day and this started happening, I was thinking I need to take that. It's a lot better day than where I'm at. Had I waited, I think the candle I got out on was 4 minutes before the larger move, right to sell side, and then we ended up going straight to those 1 hour equal lows that we marked out the other day. There's got to be a better way to zoom in and out on this. So we had those 1 hour equal lows, purged them, came up. How far did we come up? Oh, would you look at that? 50%. Went back down one more time into this fair value gap. Now we're up at these highs. And who knows where we go from here? So we've got that. I don't know if we will. It doesn't make sense for us to go back up here, because if we remember, that was that daily fair value gap that we hit. Getting that strong of a reaction off of it, 200 something points. There's no reason to go back up there. Tyler. Who knows? I would think that we're just going to maybe go up into this displacement, maybe a little bit more. Maybe we turn around right here. But it's only 920 anyways. However, we did just take out that buy side. So we took out those equal lows yesterday, and it looks like we created some new equal lows. Copy that bad boy. We're also right at the 50% level, so let's mark out. I like this breaker block too. Put it at the midpoint of that. So voice fairy in the background. What do you mean? Like it's too quiet? So yesterday we did keep trading, like I said, and the AMP account ended minus 180. I shared our Apex accounts in the Discord. Each one was up 500. So we're less than 500 from the 1500 limit on the funded account. Then we just keep building that, and then we can take withdrawals from it. The other two evals are less than 250 away from passing. Hopefully we can find a little scalp and grab that. TopStep, I was up 1900 yesterday again. We had another $1,900 day. So we are at a little over halfway to the 9K profit. We're at 4,800. So I'm going to take it nice and easy on that one. We've only had it a week and we're already halfway. I really just want to... Oh, okay. Music's louder. I'll turn it back down. Or I'll turn it down. I didn't touch it, but... So we're halfway on the TopStep. We just started it a week ago, so there's no rush. I really just want to pass it before I have to pay for it. All right, we got levels reasonable on Tyler's end. He's the one who makes the decisions around here, so I lowered it a teeny bit. So it looks like my voice is a little bit louder now, so we'll see. Oh, this also... Something changed here. Mic used to be louder. Test, test, test. I think that's better. Somehow my mic was turned down. I don't know if an update did that, but I didn't catch that this morning. Okay, appreciate that. I've been taking little scalps on our Apex accounts pre-market. However, I didn't really sit here this morning. Kind of wanting to see if we can't get this last trade on the stream at some point this morning. We are getting a reaction off of this. So now I guess we just wait for market to open. I don't really see anything else we need to mark out. Got this buy side right here, right into this displacement. We have a 1 hour breaker. See if we can trade up into that. And then otherwise we have the equal lows on the weekly. I do expect pulling back now because we did reach up and hit that daily fair value gap, and we also filled in this fair value gap on the weekly as well. And now it's Friday, so we get a pullback. We could trade up into here and fill in that 1 hour liquidity area, which is like between 200 and 400 throughout the day, and then get the pullback in the afternoon. I don't know. We will react and trade what we see. Delta. We're here. Got 1 minute to open. Not much to do right now. Elite. Is that the, so we put this line at the middle of the wick on that breaker. It was a 1 hour breaker, right? Oh, okay. I was curious if we came up and hit the bottom of it. Got close. I'm gonna try to be pretty picky with trades today. I usually am, but it's Friday. I feel like I did pretty well this week, just executing our plans, and did continue trading pretty much every day, even though I said I wasn't going to. So I need to work on that, but I was rewarded for it this week, and all the accounts are looking pretty good. So there's no need to throw that away on a Friday. Saw that delta. Yeah, I think we definitely need to pay attention to the time today. You know what? I always forget, and we have a basically a whiteboard right here that we can write reminders on. Why have I never done that before? We just need like a sniper entry for these accounts. If we see like a 10-point risk fair value gap, I'll take it over here on a 30-second. Yeah, good idea, Tyler. I like that. I need it, like, I should put one. This is good enough, but usually if I'm just paying attention to the time, making a mental note, I obviously forget, and then I get in like a few minutes right before. So I could move that to like 9:50, and just that's when I need to stay out, between like 9:50 and 10:05. Hate all this movement on the 1 minute, all these wicks up here. It's like we're going down, but there's really no good place where we would know it's been. It could draw all the way back down to the lows. So plus with the news, we're just gonna stay out. That's right. Yeah, I mean, I did take a gamble trade because of news on my TopStep account. Luckily, I was right, but that was a straight gamble because that could have went the opposite direction. What do you got going at 15,625? That's 300 points away. What's up, Grim? Ah, 265. Did get a little reaction at that 50% of this displacement. I think I should wait till the afternoon to trade these accounts, at least until the market slows down a little bit, because these accounts I try to not go past 10 points on my losses, and we're moving a little quick for them to handle. What's up, Knives? I keep looking, waiting for a trade, but we have to wait for the market to pass this line. Right? Sounds like you were kind of got stuck into it, like what I just did, Delta. Completely, like I put this red line on the chart on purpose, and I'm sitting here like, okay, if we go up here and take out buy side, I could look for an entry, but I need to wait. I'm thinking we still run higher. This move came back 50% of this displacement. Right now, it looks like we're about 50% of this with a fair value gap. I mean, that's a decent little setup right there. Right in this fair value gap and displacement and 50%. Just aiming for the highs, 20 points, 25 points. I think if I was signed into my Tradervue or my TopStep account right now, it's a potential setup that I may risk, but we're gonna stay out. These are some nice looking candles though on the 1 minute. The difference, I mean, I know this is pre-market, but the difference in these moves versus all this. 30 people, what the frick? Everyone's just here for the music. Ever since we switched it up to this new track and not the... Who said, was it Delta that said the other one was porny sometimes? Maybe YouTube wasn't recommending us to people because we had some porn music in the background. I was just trying to get everyone in the mood. This is very tempting. Right? We have to wait until 10. Plus, this move right now has not taken out any liquidity. we came up, we didn't take out this right here that we created. This one was just the 50% of that 15-minute move, which I'm sure as hell not gonna put a stop 55 points away. Right. When we get some suck zones that are on the horizon, we'll put that track back on. Curious how we respond in here. We can put a it's only 10 points. I'm gonna put a stop right there. And at least just try it. I don't really, if we get stopped out, it's not a big deal. It's 9 points, but I'm just gonna try it. We had this little displacement past that, but at the same time, we're ripping off of this. I'm just gonna take that right there. That's all I do on these Apex accounts, and of course, because I got out, it's going to, we could have passed our accounts right now. So I know there's some new people right now, but this is what we do. We get out and then the market keeps going right after we get out. And anyone who's been here can attest to that. Probably should have just kept moving my stop, but this is fine. Now we are $57 away from passing both of those. I also like getting the first trade jitters out on these different evaluation accounts that we have and stuff before I take a trade on my AMP. Because this account is this is a live, like, personal account. Yeah, this is exactly, these are the trades I've been taking on these accounts, and they're doing very well. This performance we just started this week, just started it on Monday. All right, well, regardless, we just started on Monday and we're up $1,200 on it just from doing exactly what I just did. 30-second chart, looking for an entry where I can reasonably have a 10-point stop, and then just take the money and get out and wait for another one. The days like this build up very quickly. It doesn't seem like it, but they're going to build up real quick when we have 3 fundeds, and then they're all counting towards real money like that. I don't know if that was, so I started using the 30-second chart because of ICT talking about his son's model that he has for him, but his son is waiting for 5, 15, or 1 hour swings to be taken out, he's supposed to, I think T-Trades did a video on it, but he's supposed to wait like for a 5-minute high to be taken out, and then a candle in the reverse direction, and then drop down to a 30-second chart and look for an entry. I just go on the 30-second chart and look for entries regardless. It's definitely been a little weird the last like month, but we've been finding some pretty good setups. Tyler has been finding some pretty good setups. I mean, his rules maybe are they're probably more profitable in the end, but this is working. This is how we passed the this funded account, and this is how we've grown it now to 1200, and how we are about to pass these two only within a week. I just got these the end of last week, and we passed this first one. We passed it in 4 or 5 days, I think. At the same time, these are 25k accounts, and I'm trading the minis, and you should not be trading minis on a 25k account. But I think my emotions are there, and I have decent risk management right now to where I had my stop for this trade, and I was willing to take that loss for 10 points, and I was willing to maybe give myself one more opportunity, not go and blow the account in one day. That's kind of how I feel, Tyler, is like I've been trading for a couple of years now, and when people ask me about how the markets were a year or two ago versus now, like ever since I learned ICT in April, I see the markets completely different than what I did before I learned ICT. So I can't really compare how I looked at the market before, because before I had goddamn indicators everywhere, volume crap all over the side, and I didn't know what the hell I was looking at. I thought I knew what I was looking at because I had some good trades, but I definitely couldn't take I definitely didn't take the types of trades I take now. And now when the market does something, 99% of the time, I understand why it did that. We took out liquidity somewhere, or we went and filled in a gap, or there was or something. It's not as random to me anymore. Doesn't mean I'm pulling in a ton of money yet, because I still have my days, but McLovin, how are you doing? Absolutely, me too. I don't remember if you were here when I was talking about the first weekend I watched ICT's videos, but I remember it. Like, I feel like I'll remember that morning for the rest of my life, because I had been struggling before, and the first video I watched of his, it was a Saturday morning. Didn't really care to watch it, but everyone kept recommending me, and I started watching it, and I'm like, the things he's pointing out, I'm like, okay, I see that fair value gap, I see that swing being taken. I'm like, but I mean, it's one thing watching somebody point out on a chart, but then I pulled up my charts on my phone, and I was looking, and I'm like, damn, these are happening all over the place. I can capitalize off of these moves. And I legit had chills watching, and I'm like, I think, like, it was a Saturday morning. I was so pumped. I could not wait until Monday morning to start to try to implement. And I think the first day I did it, like, I took a scalp, and then the market kept going in my favorable direction. I can't remember. It was a ton of points. And I'm like, how the hell did I really just picked that out? Like, that was a massive move. Oh wow, you just started ICT stuff in August? You're doing pretty good. At least this week. Now the other things that ICT talks about, I'm not buying into anything else he says, but when he's talking about the markets, that all makes sense to me. But these twatter spaces about the end of the world and religion, I just can't. I gotta ignore that. Had I known that, I may have not even learned his concepts, but his concepts work. I got you. Yeah, it takes, like, you can get it and start picking stuff out, but then takes a little bit to start really trading live, I guess, with it. I mean, with any strategy, you're not going to pick it up one day and start making money the next. But yeah, I remember that morning. I think it was like the last day of April. I can tell another story about that whole thing in the future. April 29th. Yeah, I know Tyler that he has said he has some mental issues he's dealing with. The ranting part when he has a Twitter space about when he's talking about the markets and then he goes into rants about things, or like talking, because he gets a lot of hate. I love that. I think it's hilarious. I don't mind. I'll be watching him on the TV, and then my wife's like, "What the hell's wrong with this guy?" Because he's just like freaking out, and I'm like, I love it. His rants about, like, lately he's been doing stuff about like the end of the world and the end times, and then the Bible and religion. That's not for me. I watched most of the 2022, and then I've just been following along anything he's posted since this year in April. I've watched, and then just watched a couple people like T-Trades help explain some things as well. Yeah, his, like, when he starts going off, like, that's just comedy and entertainment for me. When he's talking about like some of these people that he has beef with, I guess over the years, I don't really know, but I guess like the guy Vinny and some other people that just like hate on him like constantly. Like, I love when he starts going off on that, and then he starts laughing like a madman, and nobody's talking to him, he's just talking to himself. And we're listening, and then he just starts laughing hysterically about people and how he's running laps around people trading, and it's hilarious. I haven't seen like clips of rants that he has. You need to send those in the Discord, because I would absolutely just listen to those. Delta, that's not going to be me, because I plan on trading. We typically stream until like 11, then get off. Ideally, I would have made my money and then I can leave. Right now, I still work full time. I still have to sit at the computer all day, so I'm very tempted to just open the charts. Once I get to the point where I'm only trading and I'm not working full time also, then I can get up and get out of the goddamn house and go like hike or something. Joseph, which mentorship video episode is your mind blown video? I don't know. My mind was blown the first episode I watched, the first video, because that's when I had like chills. I'm too lazy to have a standing desk and a treadmill. I tried working when COVID first hit and I started working from home. I set up like a standing thing and I did it for like 15 minutes. I'm like, after this, I'm going to sit down. Now, most of the time, I'm out on the couch with my laptop or something. But definitely having the repercussions from sitting around all day. Yeah, I'm glad some other people enjoy his rants as well, because I think everyone hates on them, but I think it's entertainment. So we ran down, took out those lows. I'm not trading S&P futures. I strictly trade Nasdaq. Prada, he's just always had a, as far as I know, I don't know if there's any more to the story, but he's just always set a date for when he's not gonna be like online anymore. But he says he's keeping his YouTube videos up. But then he posted the other day, or not the other day, like a month or two ago, saying that I guess his wife, he talked to his wife and like he might make occasional updates after November, but I don't know if there's a story behind that date, but he's just always said November 12th or whatever is his last day. He's going to be on Twitter and no more videos that he's going to post. It's just too risky to get in right now still. Wondering if I should go down to micros to get this extra $60. Joseph, ICT also will say, like the other day, he said, I'm not trading today. And then all of a sudden he's posting a trade. So, or he'll say a certain day, stay out today. There's nothing there. And then there's like the cleanest setup in the world. So I had to stop watching him or checking his Twitter in the mornings because it just persuades me to do something I wouldn't have normally done. What I need to do, and I think what most people need to do, is get on your charts, mark your stuff out, stay away from news events, and let the rest happen. I'll start selling when there's a setup that I like. Yeah, I mean, that's true, Tyler. If I was him and making the types of trades he does, I mean, he had like a 30 lot Nasdaq trade, which is insane. I think it was like 25 or 30 points. I wouldn't be on any social media. So, but I don't think that what he teaches is going to stop working anytime soon. The markets seem like they're always going to want to move like this. 10 a.m. was consumer sentiment. Yeah, I think we go higher before we go lower. So it definitely doesn't seem like the market. I buy into what ICT says about the markets moving on news events. The news events happen, and then the market moves to a particular area that it was going to go anyways. They just use the news event to push it to that spot at that time. I don't think it does not have anything to do with the report that comes out. They just line that stuff up. You're telling me that at 10 a.m., whatever happened, people didn't like it, so everyone sold at the exact same time right when that number was released? That doesn't make sense. What makes more sense is that they drove the market down, stopping all these out before we run higher. I know it doesn't have to happen like that, but that makes more sense to me. Yeah, I don't know. At some point, I think we are going to take out these lows. I just don't think it's this move. Yeah, news pushing to predetermined levels. That's a buddy of mine who trades. Also, we talk about that. Is that had there not been news today, this was going to happen regardless. It just may have taken longer. But when the news comes out, the market still respects whatever you believe in the different levels and stuff. It still respects those areas. It just goes that much quicker. All these highs are relatively close, plus that 1 hour breaker. This is just some choppy behavior right here, though. What I think and want to happen is that we trade up into somewhere up here and then selling off maybe in the afternoon towards those lows for the end of the day. Maybe we go lower before we go higher. Have you guys taken anything? I haven't seen anybody mention they were in. Or Delta, are you in a short right now? Is that why you say your account wants it to go lower? I know we took the one we took that one scalp on our Apex accounts. What time did you short Delta? I want to see the candle. At 314. Well, damn, you're already in. You got 14 points of profit right there. I'd be a little skeptical down here. But you do you. You hold until you need to hold. Yeah, I like that we had this move down and then straight back up. I believe I'm favoring longs right now if we were to get a setup, but I'm not gonna jump into one right here. I want this to form over here, displace up, and then we can get back in the test. But 10:03, you've been in it for a minute. This guy. Good idea, Almighty. Even if there's a beautiful setup, sitting out is not a bad idea. You're not putting any risk on the table. Damn, Delta. Oh, I see. Just barely made new lows on that. Oh, we're going to keep going. Jesus, 4,000 people watching. Where are they coming from? We're not even doing anything. Yeah, 4,000. That's what it says, right? Now 4,100. What's up, Maddie? Yeah. Thanks for just assume it's all bots, eh? I'm not good enough to have real people watching. Russian porn bots. I think I paid for the wrong amount of fake viewers. It was tailored towards Pornhub content creators, not YouTube. I have I put a little thing in the description. I mean, do you even need that? I'm not telling people what to do. You guys are just watching what I'm doing. I should probably look into that though. Is that, I mean, I know everybody has it, but does everybody have it only because everybody has it, or does everybody have it because it's like a law? I can't imagine making a video or just streaming what you're doing with money that anything could be illegal, right? I don't know. Except for like the people who pump and dump stuff. I don't know. I probably should look into that though. I have a buddy of mine is kind of in like the financial world. I'll ask him about it. That's true. It could be YouTube. I do have a thing in the description though that just says this is not financial advice or something like that. I just copied some little sentence. Well, I'm going to cover my assets, all right. It does say this is only for educational purposes. Trade at your own risk. So this is just for education. Whether it's good education or bad education, I don't know. I'm telling you guys though, I think streaming has helped me with my patience because this is a mess. I probably would have, I mean, it's already 10:20. I probably would have tried to do something and there's just nothing in here. So I appreciate you guys being here and talking to me and keeping my mind off of this. I missed this one. Oh, what are we doing? I could see us just slowly grinding down this move and then ripping off of it. This slow grind, everyone thinking that this is about to be support. So come up here, get all those stops, and then crash through. Yeah, we're probably going to get some automatic strike just for mentioning PORN. Hey, that's on you guys, Tyler, not me. Oh man, I want this. Problem is, I passed these today. I gotta shell out $300 over this weekend. I think this is the move, eh? Well, we are down into that lower quadrant of the fib of that. Makes sense. We just need to wait for a move up. With Apex, when you pass, you have to pay the fee within 48 hours for your funded. I saw on Reddit though a post the other day. I guess some people have messaged them, like if you didn't have the money at the time, you can message them and they might be able to extend it, but Apex doesn't have a good history in replying right away either, especially on a weekend, so just took out that. Just, we're slowly making new lower lows and then quick down, quick up. Honestly, I've just stuck with Apex since I decided to go back to prop firms earlier this year, specifically for YouTube, because I didn't want to keep losing real money just to make videos, but I wanted to make videos to help my just self-control and patience issues I had and just find people to help keep me accountable. I just picked Apex, honestly, because they were the cheapest at the time. They had like a 90% off at the time. I had it funded right before I started YouTube in the beginning of the year, and I blew it. And then I'm like, something has to change. Like, I have no accountability. So I've always liked just making videos, and it's always been something I wanted to do. So I've just stuck with them since then. You can't beat when they have they don't always have 90% off sales. They always have something going on. I think right now it's like 71% off, but sometimes they have 90% off. So you can get the 25K account for like $16. I mean, you can't beat that. That's why I have these 3 right now, because I just picked them up a couple weeks ago when they had the 90% off. I missed that. This is why, goddamn, this is why I don't like trying to have a bias. On the 32nd, it's a pretty clear low, high. Wait, like we had a low and then like this higher high kind of up here and then displaced down right back up into it, and then the drop. So I've never even gotten to the funded phase on TopStep. I used TopStep several years ago. I didn't know what I was doing trading wise though. Good luck to anybody who's in this. I think Tyler's in it. Nice. McLovin, you got stopped out. At least at your entry, that's break even. I think there's pros and cons to TopStep and Apex. You just got to weigh your options. Apex can be cheaper. I only have a TopStep account right now because there was like a free coupon going around, so I took it and just grabbed a 150K account. But the payouts are easier, I think, on TopStep versus Apex. Plus, TopStep has a built-in daily loss limit if you don't have good self-control to help save your account at least one day instead of blowing it in one day. Throw this fib on here again. Oh, we hit that order block. That's what I was kind of wanting to see. I'll see if we get a long setup here. Or are we just going to keep going down? This is my problem though with having like a longer term bias or a daily bias. I was sitting here waiting for longs this whole time, even though there's a couple of short setups. I need to just trade the setups, not the waiting for my daily bias to play out. Because if I'm wrong, then I sat here all day letting setups pass me by. Getting a reaction like that off of that order block though is looking good. We just need it to see if we can come back a little. No, I know, Tyler. That's right. Just because I need to remember that too. But when I'm like focused on like, okay, I think we need to look for longs, and that's like all I look for, and I ignore everything else, like completely missing this. Like we came up plenty of time that we came up and tested that. It's a nice, even just aiming for. I mean, I could have taken that on my Apex accounts. Even just aiming for the lows right there, 15 points. About a 10-point risk, maybe a little more, but just doing it on these accounts. There's no way those are going to hold. This is also my problem with these prop firm accounts. I was just so close to passing these, and if we get stopped out and we like take a step back, and like even though it's a little step back, it feels like a massive step back in my mind. Damn. So now we're back to needing. We need a little more now. That's the Discord. That's pretty close. I had one like that last week, I think. I have to be careful because when it gets that close to my stop, sometimes I have a habit of I'm like to try to take the control back, I'll just exit and then it doesn't hit the stop anyways, but that's pretty close. That's less than a point, isn't it? 4 ticks. Still kind of pissed about the move yesterday, but I think I talked myself into being handling it a little better now, but that was frustrating getting stopped out by 2 ticks and then it drops. It didn't go to the target because I was really wanting those lows yesterday morning, which we didn't get until the afternoon. But I probably would have at least taken break even on that trade. Yeah, Joseph, there were some good moves yesterday. I don't know if you were here, but I mean, I took a setup in the morning and had my stop at the highs, and the market came up and went 2 ticks past where my stop was and then dropped, going to like, I think it went to like 30 points of profit from where we were. I don't know if I would have taken it. I surely would have at least moved my stop to break even if we went to 20 or 30 points in profit, but that was pretty frustrating because it dropped right after it took me out. And it's just frustrating that it was that close. Had the market kept running, making new highs, like, wouldn't have been that big of a deal, but yeah, after the, I really just thought that first high was the liquidity run, and we were wrong, but thinking about taking that. Just put our stop at the lows. Yeah, this is my amp right here. And then when I switch over to Tradervue, that's on the Apex accounts. I think I have a tighter stop on those. It's a little scary. Maybe we're just getting in this move too early. I feel like I've been patient enough, but market will move when it wants to. I gotta start waiting for these gaps to get filled in more instead of getting in right on the test. And that's like 10 points. I just see it start bouncing it, and I'm like, okay, it's not gonna go back into there. And then, of course, as soon as we get in, then it does. What's going on? This isn't looking too great. I guess we're not I really thought, just thinking, finally hitting this order block down here and then getting a long setup. I don't know if that stopped us out on. Yeah, it stopped us out on the Tradervue one. I got to leave that account alone today. Damn, we were so freaking close to passing those. I should have went down to micros. I'm also, like, I mean, I've said it a ton of times now. I'm trading too large of a size on those accounts, so shouldn't be on minis. This is messy. Not gonna make it, boys. Damn. I hate red days on Fridays. I hate them. Yeah, you can definitely hold a little longer with micros. I mean, you just got to be careful with that. Sometimes it's not going to come back. This is my real account right now. Guessing we're down like 400-ish. That was 20 points. Slowly grinding down this. Awesome, Wayne. Congratulations. Did you who's your evaluation through? Very nice. Oh man, this movement is painful. Oh my god. Donkey Puncher. I feel honored. Your freaking comment on Devin's videos are ruthless, relentless. I want them when I have red days. Feel free. I'll probably be getting off of here in like 15 minutes. I clean out the I just clean the dumpster area at at Wendy's. And I don't even work there. I just go do it so I can feel something. Feel like I accomplished something. If anybody wants, we do have a small Discord channel where we're all just trying to learn, trying to get better, keep each other accountable. If you guys don't know, Donkey Puncher is the best. He's the most famous in my eyes YouTube commenter there is. Can you explain your opinion on what happened to Devin? Because I think you single-handedly kicked that guy out of trading and out of making YouTube videos. I think it was your comments. I don't know if you should be ashamed or proud. I agree. I'm fully convinced my daily bias or long term. I don't really say daily bias because I don't really know. I don't think I form one for the whole day, but my longer term bias, I think that messed me up today. So anytime I have one, I end up missing setups that I should have taken. Oh man. I've tried reaching out. I haven't heard anything from him. Try to get him back. About to ask Tyler what your opinion was. Damn, there you go. So maybe we take out those lows first and before we go higher. Look at this. That's a shame, Delta. Yeah, I mean, I do the same thing. Every exit, I don't think it's possible to have an exit that's perfect. So at least that's what I tell myself whenever I get out and it keeps going. It's always either going to keep going or start coming back. It's pretty hard to, like if you shorted this move, it's pretty hard to time it an exit right there. Damn, Tyler. Well, maybe now that we come down here, maybe we take these out. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking I should just leave the accounts alone for now. Maybe see if there's something this evening. See if we get go below these lows and then get a strong reaction back into it. But if not, I think I'm gonna leave it alone. I don't know. Oh, you want me to increase my size, eh? All right, Tyler, we'll talk to you later. Anyone who was in this short, good for you. I was not. What the hell did you guys see? Because let me send it again. It's nothing crazy. We just have a handful of people in here, and we're trying to make good decisions. We're not doing any stupid trades. Yeah, my rectangles I have on here are like gaps, daily gaps or weekly gaps, fair value gaps on higher time frames. So you guys just shorted because of the trend. They have these little bars on the right that I look at. Right? The thing is, a short could work. A long could work. Let's zoom out for a second, all right? Everyone's getting all worked up for nothing. Got all these lows right here. We got that daily imbalance right there that we tapped. I feel you, Delta. This is kind of just a slow grind down. Look at this, just back and forth, slowly going down. I might need to just, I mean, red days are part of it. It's very frustrating, but what I thought was going to happen did not happen. It's frustrating when your poops mess up your trading schedule. You got to try to get that out before the market starts. His poop schedule's off. He's got to get that. You got to work on your body, releasing all that bad energy before the markets open. You don't need to bring that in. You don't need to bring that baggage into the markets. It's your anxiety building up. you're getting ready to place a trade on. All right, guys, it's 11. I don't think I should touch anything right now. The morning move is kind of over. So between it's about to be lunch in an hour. Then lunch hour is typically a lot of nothing. I don't know if I'll try trading this afternoon or not on this account. Down 465. Yesterday we ended up down 180. I'm on a desktop right now, but typically the rest of the day I'm on a laptop. Unless you're talking to the student struggle, I guess that's who you're talking to, because he could just do a laptop and a phone on the toilet. Yeah, you did good, Tyler. Probably at the very least, I'll probably try trading my TopStep account later. Go from there, see if I like anything, and I don't know. Right now, though, I have to get off of this. You guys are great. Tyler killed it again. He's killing it this week. If you guys are in the Discord, we'll talk to you in there the rest of the day. So you guys have a good one. I feel bad ending it because these two guys are having a bathroom trading setup discussion, but stay as long as you want. All right. You guys have a good one, and have a good weekend. Talk to you on Discord. See you on Monday.